Respectable. You got sound there, Dave?
Yep.
All good. Over to you, Kev.
3, 2, 1. Kev. No.
No. I was just going to say that it's we've been we're here to talk about men's mental health, and even before I start talking about it, I was just about to, and I went,
The reservation.
I was a bit afraid.
Yeah.
I was a bit. I don't consider myself to be any kind of like soft.
Big men don't cry. We don't open up. We don't this, that, and the other.
Well, yeah, but I don't consider myself to be afraid of talking about it. But before I do, I still go. I'll take a gulp.
Sharp intake of breath, and it's like it's a bit like a performer, isn't it? Going on just before you, because you know what you want to say, but sometimes you can't get it out or get your point across.
I feel like I'm exposing myself.
It's the vulnerability and the fear that comes up, and it just naturally comes up, like especially around, men are always taught to have this exterior armour, and to show emotions a sign of weakness, but it's so important. It's probably more important for men to be able to share and show that emotion, because we can leave it sit and it just never sits well, and that's where guys getting together, just having a general chat.
I mean, what do you mean by leaving it sit?
This sounds like therapy now.
No, I'm just asking you because you said, oh, well, we can just leave it sit.
Well, we do,
What do you mean by leave it sit?
For me, it's boxing it, that forever growing pending file, and it just, for me, you can almost carry that forward into, even if you've not grieved properly about something or dealt with a loss of something properly, it just sits and it manifests, and you just carry it forward into.
You're right in the sun there. Do you want to move into the shade a bit? Come on.
I was my father 2 years ago, and I still have a couple of terms, and I do find myself thinking, I'm like, and it's just a random thing. I could be watching everything. I mean, like the big thing is the Tour de France. He loved the Tour de France. I love the Tour de France. It's just something we just sit down and watch together, and I always get emotional when it comes around, because I always think about talking to him about sprinters and mountain climbers and descents and all the stuff that I can't do, but I like to watch and do. And the funny thing is, he would never open up about. He would never had an emotion. You would have never known that he had an emotion in his life, because he was like a stone around it all, and it made our relationship quite difficult, to be honest with you. But,
that could be quite a generational thing.
Well, the funny you said that, right? And this comes back to a conversation I was having. You said it made the relationship difficult. This comes back to a conversation I was having with Kevin in the car, actually on the way here. That going back for me, probably about 15 years ago, I was in a really, I suppose, hostile, locked up state, and I was abrasive, and I was bullying my way through life, making everyone do what I wanted to do, and any sign of weakness,
pushing everybody aside.
Well, yes, but it meant that my personal life was just mental. It meant that having a relationship was impossible, really. And so you've got it's finding the balance. It's being able to, I suppose, if you have to go to work and be a doorman, then you've got to be a doorman. But when you go home, you can't be a doorman when you get home.
No.
That's the thing for me, I think, is the adaptability.
Yeah,
so
flexible.
You take some of these elite kind of athletes, Lukaku the other night, I shed a tear before the game, or Ronaldo, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, all these guys show emotion, and they're able to then turn the game face on when it's time to perform. So I think, like modern men have that flexibility, whereas maybe a couple of generations ago
It
was
wasn't
like,
the done. Yeah, you had
you had one
face,
gear.
and it was anger, wasn't it? And,
Well, that was-
it was like semi-wound up anger mode. You're waiting for somebody to come into your space, get ready to rebuff them. So you're half ready recoiled to push them away because
It's that
we
big
just
masculine
don't do that.
energy anyway. What
Yeah.
things are, or
I
what
think
things
you're
were.
right, Brandon. We are beginning to feel comfortable in expressing our different sides. You know, committee man, family man, pocket lash man. It's not the ability to recognise who you are and be accordingly comfortable in that space.
Adapt to the situation.
Yeah, with people around you.
Adaptability, and it is, like, not being too rigid in anything. Because if you've got those amazing analogy of nature, isn't it? If something is too rigid and can't be a little bit flexible and flow a little bit,
You've been like
snaps.
the willow, haven't you?
Yeah,
Bend with the wind.
It's like a tree, yeah, being a little bit flexible in it all, and keeping everything, like you were just saying a minute ago, keeping things in balance. If you're too rigid and aggressive, want a better word than aggressive, but too strong in your outlook and reach and your drive to get everything, it only steamrollers through. And
Well, when you're saying, I mean, like, for me, one of the things was being to actually have somebody that I could, like, be vulnerable and kind of say that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost. This is a mess. I'm upset in front of. And I just, in my life, there wasn't anyone I could do this. I felt I could do this to.
Yeah.
You know?
There's nobody there that you
someone to
could
be
go.
vulnerable with.
That I trusted.
Yeah.
No one there that I could say, I'm really messed up and I'm ashamed.
And especially today with social media, you say something that is not even broken. So it's not as if you have an argument with somebody in St. Juan's and then 2 days later go, well, St. John's spoke about it. No, it's instantaneous because it's there on Facebook. Like, so somebody might have said something, one disparaging comment at 6 o'clock, and at 6:03 they were downloading it from Moscow. And
Yeah.
you know, there's no hiding.
It's that having that safe space, as you were saying, that vulnerability. People hold space together, in that vulnerability. Help those non-judgmental spaces, feel safe,
Can you imagine the captain of the Titanic? You just can't see it. You know, when women are jumping off the ship, and you know, and he's there going, now what?
I think
The next thing, you know, instead of
can't. It's very difficult to withdraw those things.
Ocean.